Hi and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do a review on Avantasia's new album what dropped yesterday. Their 10th album. As ever, don't expect anything less from them. Really great album. I've listened to it a couple of times now and going through each of the tracks, listening to it, it's just epic metal fantasy adventure. Looking at the artwork for the album, and again, Avantasia's artwork has just always been amazing. You notice a lot of Arthurian legends throughout the artwork. You see on the main actual album cover the Glastonbury tour with the dragon behind it. Then just to the left of that, you see what I would probably describe as Camelot. Their depiction of Camelot. I mean, the whole album and what these guys do is just incredible. It really is. I mean, a lot of their all their albums, I've not got a bad review for or a bad word to say. He's just on point with the music. He knows who works well with what track, and he's very good at picking out what voice, who to work with, and it just comes together effortlessly, and just such amazing songs, so beautifully written and woven together. And on the latest album, as per usual, you got the extras. So you got the orchestral versions, you got piano versions, you got extended editions, and it's just pure magic. I know when they dropped the first single of the new track, Creep Show, a few months back now, that was actually shot in England, filmed in a location, I believe to be up north somewhere. I could be wrong, but it was shot, and the music video for that was brilliant. And he recently did a behind the scenes, and it's just basically like a party for the afterlife. Again, it's just his way of thinking and really putting out such amazing music. It really is. And I'm waiting to go to one of the live shows. It is on my to-do list, and it will happen. I will go see them live, because that'll just be one epic show to go to. I mean, if anyone hasn't already checked out their new album, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not necessarily a rock person or operatic metal person, but someone who's open-minded, someone who's willing to try something new. It's the best way I could put it. And just have a listen. Get a feel for it. You won't be disappointed. I mean, it's a great album. It really is. Well, all their albums are. I've not, again, like I previously said, I can't find a fault with any of their albums. Just a solid album from start to finish. It really is. You just feel like you're on this adventure. Epic fantasy adventure, and look at the artwork. And I know a few of the songs within this album, it's got like an 80s feel to it, and that's not a bad thing. It actually works for the album, it works for the tracks, and it's just on point, brilliantly on point. But you look at the artwork, and I know when it first got announced about their album, someone said, oh, back to like the 90s. Yeah, I would say 90s, but you look at the 80s fantasy films, what was coming out then, and that's what it really reminds you of. Like the late great David Bowie when he did Labyrinth, that sort of feel, style and art direction. And again, moves on to my next topic about Avantasia. I'm not saying don't take this as, oh, they're going to do it, because they're not. But when you look at the 80s, you had a band called Queen, and they did the soundtrack and music for two films, Highlander and Flash Gordon, and it worked they knew how to do it, and it worked. Same with David Bowie and Labyrinth. It worked. They wrote the music, they scored it together, and it just seamlessly blended into the film. And again, you listen to this new Avantasia album, and you got this grand scale of an epic fantasy adventure, and it works. And you look at the artwork, and it's just drawing you in for another adventure. It's drawing you in to go on a quest. And it's like, if Tobias Sammet thought about it or wanted to, he could do a fantasy film. He really could. He's got the mindset, he's got the skill set of writing something brilliant and fantastic. And I know Nightwish did it with their one of their albums, Imaginarium. And again, I highly recommend that film. It's beautifully done. That it really is. I will do another video on that during the week, and put links in where you can find it, because that is what we really want. It's hard to find. But back to what we're saying, if Avantasia wanted to do a fantasy film, their artwork, their visions, what they put together themselves, and for the albums, it would really work as a film. Even if it wasn't a live action, even if it was like a 80s inspired animation, using the animations they use for the album covers and that, combined with their music as the scoring for the film, would be brilliant. I know the new album's called Here Be Dragons, but you're looking at the Arthurian feel of it, and the legends of England, Avalon, the track title Avalon, that is said to be an island off the coast of Wales in olden times, where the dead go to live on. Albion is the old name of England. So yeah, I mean, it's Tobias Sammet just thought, you know what, let's do it. I'll be on board. I really would, because his music, his way of thinking would be grand. So yeah, you got a new album called Here Be Dragons, but if they want to do a fantasy film, how about Dragons of Camelot? Something like that. Or on the lines. Don't have to be necessarily that, but that'd be so cool. I mean, just listen to their score will be fantastic. And I mean, I'll be on board. I mean, you look at the concerts and stuff, the performance they put in, their visions. So yeah, Tobias Sammet, if you actually see this video of me doing your review of your album and that, please consider doing a fantasy film, because you'll be amazing at it. But that's all for today. Have a good one. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.